Assalamualaikum, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video we will be discussing the important formulae of mathematics, most wanted video of course for our channel. We have been discussing this formulae list always every year. So this is the list of the important formulae which the students need to study. Okay, so we will be also discussing the passing package for the mathematics in the upcoming video. So but in this video we will be discussing the formulae alone. So in the arithmetic progression we will be having the formula of general form of AP, that is a plus D, a plus 2D, this formula, then Sn formula. If a question is been asked to find the sum of first 10 numbers or the first prime numbers, so then what is the sum of the first 10 prime numbers? So in that type of question you will be using the Sn formula, that is the sum of n terms formula, that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 by n minus 1 into d. Or if a first and the last term is been given, then you can use the Sn formula, that is n by 2 into a plus 1. A is the first term and L is the last term. Okay, then one more is been given for you if you know the last term. So L and an means the same, but it has been represented in a different form. If a question is been asked to find the last term, okay, nth term, using the sum which has been given. If the sum of the 10 numbers is been given and if a question is been asked to find the nth term, then the students can utilize the formula, that is the an is equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1, that formula. Then you can use if you want to find out the first 3 terms of an AP, that is arithmetic progression, you can use B equals A plus C. If the first is, if the second term you know, and if you want to find the first and the last term of an AP, then A plus C by 2. Then this is the important formulas of the arithmetic progression. Coming on to the second chapter, that is the pair of linear equations in 2 variables. So in this video, in this chapter, you will be studying what is the general form, the formula based on the general form of linear equation, that is ax plus by plus c equals 0. A is the first term, B is the second term. Ax means in the graph on a x-axis. By means on the y-axis. Second term on the y-axis. Plus c. That is the on the other axis, that is z-axis. Okay. Then pair of linear equation in 2 variables. 2 we are telling, that means because of which we are just considering the x and y. And this is the table which you need to remember, very important. They will ask you what is the ratio of the coefficient, what is the type of a solution you will get if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Then the solution is going to be unique. That means only one answer you will be getting for this type of question. And the graph will always intersect at one point and the type will be consistent. Very important tabular column for the students. One more questions will be asked from this tabular column only. And the areas related to circle: circumference 2 pi r, area of a circle pi r square. Then sector, how do you find a sector? Very important. Then length, how will you find a length of an arc of a sector? Okay, that is very important. This is the circle they have mentioned over here, and this is the sector. Okay, theta is the angle and 360 degree is the angle of a circle. Pi r square is the area of the circle. So arc will be this AB part. If you want to find the this part, okay, if you want to find the arc of a sector, what is the formula that you will be using? You will just consider the circumference of the circle. Now coming on to the coordinate geometry. So in coordinate geometry, the distance between the 2 points is very important. Okay, so distance formula, then distance of a point from an origin, very important. Then section formula, very important. The mx, m1 x2 plus m2 x1, very important, you need to remember that. Then coming on to the area of triangle formula, if a question is been asked like verify whether the following following points constitute to a triangle or not, then you have to find out the area of a triangle. If it comes to 0, it means that it doesn't constitute to a triangle, and if you get some value, then it means that it will constitute to a triangle. Basically they will give this question for a coefficient which will not constitute to a triangle. Okay, then real numbers, HCF, LCM, very important from this chapter. Okay, now coming on to the polynomials, linear, quadratic, cubic. What is the general formula of linear equation? Then quadratic, what will be the degree? That degree means highest number or higher degree. I think you will be knowing about it, that ax plus b have a maximum degree of 1, and quadratic means 2, cubic means 3. In basic things at now you can remember it in this way. Now if alpha and beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomials, okay, then sum of the zeros is equal to. These are the questions which these are the formulas as well, and even they are the questions for you in the form of 1 markers. It will be asked. Quadratic equations, very important. All these formulas will constitute to your 1 markers and MCQs. So you can study this entire formula list for your 1 markers. Coming on to the next, that is the introduction to trigonometry. So sin A, opposite by hypotenuse, cos adjacent by hypotenuse. So whenever I explain the angles, I always tell my students to remember in this way. So ka So it sounds very funny, but to remember it is very easy. Sine equals so. So opposite by h, that is hypotenuse. Ka, that means AH, adjacent by hypotenuse. Tova for tan, opposite by adjacent. So vice versa will be for it, for the angles which is complementary to it. Cosec theta, secant theta, cot theta. Okay, so these are the angles which you need to remember, and this is the triangle which will help you to find out the sides. So opposite is the BC side. The opposite, adjacent, will be the how the sides are being always defined is that if this is the right angle triangle, here will be the 90 degree. Opposite will be this. Hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle. So opposite to the hypotenuse is the BC. Adjacent means it is related. Okay, adjacent in that way. Okay, you can remember it in this way. Then statistics, how to find a mode, median, that. Then probability, how you will find number of outcomes, then number of possible outcomes of the experiment. So there are some short questions from probability which we will be discussing in the upcoming video. Then surface areas and volumes, very important. LSA and TSA formula, total surface area and lateral surface area, or circumference of that area. Circumference of that cuboid or the cube. So very important for the students to remember these formulas. And in this chapter also there are some 2 to 3 very important questions which will surely come. So that also we'll be discussing in the upcoming video. So this was the list of important formulas. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot, or either you can even comment below. We will send it in a PDF form for you all. So this video was basically to explain you the important formulas of the mathematics for the SSLC students. Hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned with us for this informational videos. So, Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.